The FIVB Volleyball Beach World Tour is in China for the second consecutive week as the planet's best players battle it out for gold. Up next, it's semi-final action as the USA take on Switzerland right here in Fuzhou. Hello, welcome to centre court for semi-final number 2 from the Fuzhou Open. Clayton Lucas here with you as the number 4 seeds Isabelle Forêt and Antunes Dipri from Switzerland take on the USA's Kerry Walsh and April Ross, the number 1 seeds. Forêt and Verge Dipri won the gold last time out in Xiamen and find themselves on the verge of another guaranteed medal if they can get past Kerry and April. That's who awaits them in the final, should they get there. The USA had a shock in Xiamen. They made the semis and won the first set against Austria to 9 before going down in the next 2 sets. Conditions today, overcast, cool and little wind. Eventually though, for the USA, they beat Germany's Chantal Labra and Julia Suda for bronze. Now these two teams have played each other once before. That was a win for the USA, 2-0. 13 and 16 in Long Beach last year. I guess the question is for Switzerland, how will they handle playing against 2 legends of the game? Although that should be the furthest from their thoughts. Christoph Diekmann is Switzerland's coach, the former German beach star, now in charge of the Swiss duo. And he'll be pretty pleased with the way this season's panning out. The fact that they've got themselves into a semi-final again. They took their first ever gold medal last week in Xiamen, and they're on the verge of another medal here. I did speak to Isabelle Forêt and Anouk Verge Dipri at the start of this week, just asking them how's it been and what's it like coming to this event off the back of a win, and they said it's been really good fun. Been very enjoyable, and literally whilst I was talking to them as well, everyone was coming up and saying, oh, well done, congratulations. So they were being constantly reminded of it over the first couple of days. But now, though, that is furthest from their thoughts as well as we get ready for this one. The referees today up in charge and on the stand is Mariko Satomi from Japan. And it's Richard Suti Kasut is the second official on the sand today. Two very experienced referees, two really likeable people as well. Know their stuff. Time then to meet the two teams. We're going to start with the USA. Kerry Walsh-Jennings, number 1, 3-time Olympic gold medalist, 37 years of age, over $1 million in prize money. 51 career wins to her name. Teamed up with April Ross, who's 33 from Costa Mesa, California. 17 career wins, $900,000 in prize money across her 11 seasons. That's not bad, is it? Just under $90,000 a year for playing on the World Tour. Out comes Isabelle Forêt, 34 years of age from Bern. First ever gold medal last week in Xiamen, $184,000 in prize money, and playing partner, the 24-year-old Anouk Verge Dipri. 185, 6'1", first gold for her in Xiamen last week, $138,000 in prize money. A final exchange of pleasantries, both teams desperate to make the final. Both teams on course to qualify for the Olympic Games. All the events being squeezed up this year ahead of that, in order that teams can try to qualify. Away we go with the second semi-final from the Fuzhou Open here in China. USA in blue serving, Switzerland in white receiving. Verge Dipri looking for side out. Not getting it though, not just yet anyway. They'll have another chance here, down ball, and this time Verge Dipri switches to the other side and gets a nice cut. So a very confident start from Switzerland. No sign of nerves. Ferrer. Unfortunately for Ferrer, just getting turned by the ball. Interesting how teams now will go after Kerry Walsh. Very rarely would they. But things change. Walsh with the serve. Nice break from the net. Oh, that was really well played, wasn't it? Changing her mind, going with that cut pokey. Ferrer was chasing that one like a carrot on a stick, really. Never going to get it, but thought she might. USA 2-1 up. Ferrer being tested again. Nice touch block. But unfortunately, Vez Dupree then decided to break and found herself in no man's land, just not at the net, not in a position to play defence. And so Ross finds the cross-court angle. And no, she hasn't pinched that strapping off of Dalhouse's shoulder. If you were watching the men's yesterday, Dalhouse had a very similar strapping on his hitting shoulder. It seems like there's a new variation of the kinesthetic tape we've been seeing the players using the last few seasons. Certainly very few players will be playing at this level of volleyball without one small injury or another, or some nick or just some niggle. Some more obvious than others. You can see Vez Dupree's got some strapping on her knee, April Ross on her back, and Kerry Walsh on her shoulder. For obvious reasons for Kerry, she's had a few shoulder surgeries, which is why she's been out of action for a while. It was a little bit touch and go at one point that she would be able to get back in time and be ready to play and able to compete on this World Tour, because her and April Ross need 12 tournaments together to be able to qualify as it were, for the Olympic Games, as we see that one go down in the corner. You have to have 12 tournaments. You may have only 10 tournaments and enough points, but that wouldn't be good enough, so you actually have to commit to the tour. That one not quite making it over. Walsh and Ross now are into, I think it is their 12th this week. So they have enough qualifying tournaments. And they now also have enough points. That's a brilliant serve from Ferrer, and Switzerland just move in front. Always difficult to deal with a ball that goes down the middle across one player towards another. Stressing that communication channel, sometimes called the panic channel. Good hard swing, but well dealt with by Ross. It comes back just as hard, and it's dealt with by Ferrer. But the angle is good from Isabelle Ferrer, the 34-year-old, doing the business cross-court, beating Walsh at the net, beating Ross on the sand. Oh, huge block from Anouk Vez Dupree, and Switzerland now with a little bit of daylight between them and the USA. Chance. Good dig. And Ross finds that ball down the middle. And the taxi not coming for Switzerland. Again, Vez Dupree just not sure of where to go, is she, in that situation? Lovely chase. Oh dear, that's a shame. April's a righty, not a lefty, but still very skillful. She'll be disappointed she didn't get that one over the net. Top serve. Well, teams have been watching the USA. Teams have been seeing how they have struggled with this type of serve that comes across and towards Kerry Walsh and into that shoulder and attacking her high. Walsh with the serve. Great up from April. And a very nice finish as well. Classic beach volleyball. Down early, diving low into the corner to pick the ball up. And then up equally quickly. Straight in, straight up, and rolling the line. Lovely play. Switzerland not panicking. Oh, I just went through the arms of Kerry Walsh, didn't it? That was a blocking chance. That'll have to come over. Hit hard enough for the high hands defense to be okay, and that angle just wasn't available. Good leave, early call, and well listened to. Big swing from Isabelle Ferrer. Well, it's all good for Switzerland so far in the technical timeout. They lead by 3 in this first set of the Fuzhou Open second semi-final here in China. Nice. Well watched by Kerry Walsh. Made a good touch, didn't she? Kept her eye on the ball, saw exactly where it had gone, and then able to react. The Swiss pair in at the net, space behind them. That one has just caught that sideline. I think it may have caught Kerry Walsh as well. Brilliant spot by the first referee. There's Dupree with the serve. No trouble with the hit to side out. Little bit of an issue with the pass, wasn't there? Didn't really have a good solid base to play the ball from. Came up and was getting a little bit kind of shut down in the middle. A bit off balance, but USA did get the side out. I think that one caught the baseline, and little chat with Isabel Ferrer. Isabel Ferrer, yeah, just a little bit long, unfortunately, on that one, Kerry. Oh, nice swing. Line was an option with April Ross stood cross court, and Ferrer took her on and beat her. Another chance. Oh, that's too tight. And the USA get lucky. Oh, that was unlucky. A scramble by Switzerland. And the USA now back to within a point. Just thought for a moment when Walsh made that touch on that slow roll, it might have put the USA in trouble, but they get away with it. And they're going to get an ace serve. And there is no sympathy at all from the USA to Switzerland. They'll take that point. They have an ace. They're back in the game. It's 15-all. Switzerland have called the timeout. Really good swing from Isabel Ferrer. Knew she was tight into the net, got the ball away, didn't touch the net, stayed away from Kerry Walsh. And got the side out. Anouk now with the serve. Very good steep angle from Kerry Walsh. Ferrer would have had to have been standing there already to stop this one. Never going to get there in time to dig it. And now Anouk gets past Kerry Walsh. Well, Kerry's always good for a block. Expected to make at least one per set. She's certainly working very hard at the moment for the USA. Chance now for the US to go in front. Ross. Oh, good up from Isabel. Lovely angle. What a play that is. Brilliant. Under pressure. Isabel Ferrer makes the dig and then finds an angle after the USA had dug her first attack. And it's Switzerland who head in front and not the USA. Really good pickup. And then she's up quickly. But what about this for a shot? To find that angle, that's brilliant. Ross will have a swing this time. Switzerland sticking in there, but that one doesn't find the court. Now we've got a battle royale here, haven't we now, as we enter the business end of this first set. Well, that one needed to go in. They've been really tight, really stingy with the errors, Switzerland. But that's not the right time to make one. This time it's off the block and out. Ferrer under pressure, dealing with it. Nice serve. Tempting Anouk to try and get her hands on the ball. And it's Ross who gets the poke cross court to bring up set point now for the USA. Oh, not a great pass from Ferrer. No block, but she's able to hammer that one away. And set point saved, and we now enter a situation where it's the first to get 2 points ahead will take the set. Lovely swing from Ferrer. Well, that was there to be dug, and Ferrer just watched it. Couldn't force herself to go after the ball. Became a spectator and moved away from her station as well. Set point number 2 for the USA. Chance. Ross for the set. Good dig. Another chance. Walsh for the set. And she's done it. And down the ball goes. 22-20. USA take the first set. Brilliant opener to this match. And just when they thought they might get the side out, the USA popped up on a couple of occasions. Eventually, Walsh putting it away in the corner. Confirmation of that first set score, 22-20. Switzerland will be, well, they'll be devastated, won't they? They had chances, they couldn't convert. An error right at the business end, costing them. Here are the highlights from the match so far. go with the second set from the Fuzhou Open semi-final number 2. USA having taken the first. Switzerland with the opening point of the second. Lovely cut. Well, that's just what you need after that disappointment in the first set. Start building up a lead in the second. So cross-court block signalled against Kerry Walsh, line block signalled against April Ross. Perez got line to protect here. It's so difficult to try and stop a player at the net cross-court. You think about that, you're taking away 80% of the court in the air, or trying to, as opposed to just blocking line and trying to take that 80% of the court away from the sand. Bearing in mind, then you know certain areas of the court the players won't hit to, depending on where you serve. You reduce the options even further, as that one finds the line again brilliantly from Ferrer. Well, Ross didn't get a chance to make any blocks because Walsh has been doing all of that, and Walsh never made a block in the first set, but she's made one here in the second. And as good a time as any to get it, it levels the scores. Can you believe that? I'm not even sure that Kerry actually touched that. Ferrer thinks she did, in which case it would have been over the net had she touched it. This is what she thinks actually happened. Certainly Kerry wafted her arm at it. The ball was on the side of Switzerland. Did she actually touch it, though, when it came back over? Well, I'm not sure she did touch it. It looks like she missed it, and that's just a shame, really, for Switzerland. And Ferrer saying, did she touch that? I think she touched it. All consigned to history now, though. Timeout call by Switzerland. Oh, it's another block. Well, she didn't get one in the first, I said that. She's got two now in the second, so she's made up for it, hasn't she? She's normally good for a block a set. Here's Kerry Walsh. She's made another one here. Oh, that was the last rally, unfortunately, so I didn't get to see the block. Oh, that could have gone anywhere. Still in play. Oh, brilliant. Well, that was a little bit of luck for Switzerland in the end, because I don't think Ferrer meant to put that ball quite so tight to the net. And as it was, the USA couldn't get in a position to put a block up. Anouk having to go with the knuckle ball. Oh, who did that come off? It came off of Switzerland last. It may well be that actually, as Anouk played, that didn't touch the block. Top swing from Ferrer again. The USA employing the tactic of breaking from the net a little bit more often against her now, but Ferrer holding her own. Good swing towards the middle of court. And it's paying dividends now, isn't it, for the USA, as they start to break more often on Isabelle Ferrer. And obviously, from that last play, I say obviously, but it might not have been obvious, Kerry Walsh had signalled a cross-court block, which is why she broke cross-court. Oh, that was unlucky. If it hadn't have hit the net, probably would have landed in play, and Switzerland would have had the ball. As it is, it's a couple of points in a row here for the USA, as we see that one go agonisingly close. Nice play from Ross. Two good digs from her. Can she convert the ball? Yes, she can. No, she can. Well, it's been given out on the baseline, but in on the sideline. Interesting. It looked like it was nowhere near the sideline. Either way, USA don't care. They've got the ball. They're going to play again. 4 points to the good now. And it's left Isabelle Ferrer standing as April Ross just rolls that one over the net. A couple of times now, Ferrer has been watching the play build up, got in the position, and then just not moved, not put herself in a neutral position to which to go and play the ball. A power pokey gets the ball back for Switzerland. We're 1 point away from technical timeout. Switzerland are going to have to start digging deep here. A free point for the USA, who go back to the bench. Technical timeout, and the USA up by 1 set and by 5 points here in the second. USA deciding to change things up and going after Anouk Vej-Dupree, but despite the bad pass, was able to make up for it with a very good hit. Ferrer with the serve. Adopting a style we've seen quite a few teams and players using now, that standing in an already bent or position ready to jump, as opposed to going down to coming back up, so loading the legs and then exploding into the jump. Chase is on, it's going to come back. Hoisted high, no doubt, indeed it is, so Kerry can get into the net and get set to block. Another chase. Tiring rally. Angle is brilliant. USA take the point. The hard work pays off. 15-9, they're cruising. Oh, perfectly placed by Isabelle Ferrer. No chance of getting that one. High line was the call. Well listened to from April Ross. Always difficult when you start getting into the rally and then you're getting information and you're having to stay focused, keep that mental strength up and listen to the calls and make a decision. But that's what separates the top teams from the rest of the field. Excellent blocking. Anouk just waited, could see there wasn't a hard hit coming. Delayed her jump, and then as the ball is touched, wait, it gets touched, then she jumps, and then is able to put it straight down. Joust is successful for the USA. Both players in really tight to that net, both of them doing very well not to touch it. And it's Walsh Jennings who comes up with the point. No, she'll serve and go scurrying to the net to block. Oh, amazing play. Well, it looked like it had touched Kerry Walsh as she made the block. And so the only thing she could do is play it back over. You just wonder whether or not Switzerland thought she was going to try and play that for her partner to have a swing. It certainly caught Switzerland by surprise, didn't it? Brilliant. Oh, good listen. Oh, that's a lovely point. On a technical level, that's really good because Kerry was running back to play that and April's screaming at her to leave it so that she could play it. And they're able to get the point. They're 2 away from victory here. And it's now match point for the USA. They rode the storm in the first set and then they have ridden the crest of a wave here in the second, haven't they? It's going to be Ross for the match. Down goes the ball, and the USA go into the final here in Fuzhou. And the champions from last week in Xiamen, Switzerland, will have to make do with playing for bronze. This is how it was done. As easy as that. Well, huge congratulations to the USA. They bombed out in the semis last week to Austria. They made sure that didn't happen here in Fuzhou. 22 22-20, 21-12. The psychological breakthrough made after that first set victory. Switzerland just couldn't maintain their level, could they? And after that, it was plain sailing. But credit to the USA, because they had to work for it. They weren't given it. Well, Kerry is off doing high fives with all the volunteers, as she does after a win. So we may not get to see her, but certainly down waiting now to have a chat with Jason Day is April Ross, and Kerry's now going to sign the score sheet and then quickly run over. So we'll have a chat with them just about now. Let's hear what they have to say.
Well, what a great game between two big hitting teams. I mean, how was it out there for you?
Oh, man, it feels like day 14 in China. It feels really good that we're not playing as dynamic as I want for myself personally, but we're playing smooth and we're playing very good team ball. So that team is very good. We haven't seen them for a year, and I'm so happy.
Yeah, look, I mean, that first set was a tough one for you guys, and then you sort of came through the second half of the second set to really dominate. But how was your game, April?
It felt really good, and I think that's like how we kind of want to play. You know, all these teams are so good, so you got to figure it out in the first game, and I think we made some really good plays and we got a little momentum, and then we carried that over into the second game and really figured things out. And it just, our rhythm feels really good together right now, and I think we've gotten better every match, so we want to keep doing that. But it felt really good.
Yeah.
Well done, and we'll look forward to watching you in the final.
Yes. Hi, babies. I love you. Show you some next time.
Congratulations indeed to the USA. They are through to the final. That concludes our coverage from the two semi-finals. We hope you can join us later for the medal matches. But for now, though, from all of us here, time to say goodbye and leave you with the highlights.